Hey everybody, just want to create a little recording to help clarify the directions for you for your assignment for the week of April 27th. I'm doing this a few days beforehand, so that's why you don't see anything on Google Classroom just yet. But as we've been doing the other weeks, you'll come up here, just click on the task sheet for the week of 427, and through that task sheet, eventually you'll find your way to this. I'm going to use this as a way to kind of guide us through the rest of the activism unit. There's a couple other topics that I want to focus on. And I thought the best way to do it was to just kind of get us involved in being a little more hands-on with trying to understand these ideas ourselves. So in order to do that, we kind of have to take this week for you guys to set up what you want to do. And really the goal, and I always do this at the end of the year, the goal is to put you guys in the position of an activist to a degree, where you start to look into one of these topics that we've discussed or a completely different topic and really think your way through the problems and how to solve it. I put some topics here that you could possibly choose from. There are so many more, of course, that we covered this year. We covered amateur athletics, we covered the death penalty, among other things. You can, of course, pick something that we've discussed. So just if you want, you could go back to Google Classroom, click on classwork. And if you go to this section of the classwork and hit view more, this will take you back through everything we've done during the course of the year. So feel free to use this as a guide. Maternity leave, that was another one. Women's rights, we've done that in a couple ways. Affirmative action. So there's a lot, obviously, that you could potentially get into. If you are picking something that is brand new that we haven't discussed, just make sure you run it by me, shoot me an email, pop into the Google Meet, just so I can verify that it's a good topic for you and that it's in line with the course. The best way you could figure this out is what is something you want to advocate for. You're going to spend time with this assignment. So we're going to work on it this week, but then it's going to continue for another couple weeks afterward. So pick something that is really near and dear to you, or again, maybe it's something you want to become more interested in, or something you want to learn more about, something that will keep your attention for a couple hours each week. So these are the directions of what you need to complete for this week, which I'll show you more about that in a second. I did put for part 2, which we'll do obviously next week. It's going to be you kind of coming up with a plan about how to bring awareness to the issue. So as you're working today, try to maybe save on a worksheet or a doc, try to save some of the sources that you come across that might help you out next week. So if you click on this, it'll take you to another doc. You'll make a copy of this, and I just want you to fill this out. So what is your topic? I want you to please explain it. Include a visual, something that's data driven. I don't want just like a picture of people standing outside holding a sign, at least not for this one. Or, if your topic is, well, here, I'll use mine. I'm going to show you on the next page. My topic is equal education access. I'm not going to put just a picture of a school in this box. It doesn't really help highlight anything in detail about it. So I want you to look for some kind of stat or graph or chart or whatever that helps put this into a larger context. How to this point has the issue been addressed? And you could just bullet point this. And then this one, you can give a visual that's a little bit more general if there's a particular person that is highly involved with this. If there was a major protest, or if there's an organization that's involved, you could put, those images down there. And then this is just getting you to start to think ahead a little bit. What resolution would you like to see for this issue? I'll clean up the typo. car manufacturers. So 2 to 3 sentences of something you would consider to be actually achievable. That's the key here. So if, for instance, I was doing a climate issue, I wouldn't say that everyone should have an electric car by 2025. That's just not feasible for a number of reasons. But something that is more feasible is saying that all car manufacturers need to produce, of all the cars they produce in a year, half of them need to be electric and half of them need to be gas powered. And if they could do that by 2030, I think that's a pretty good head start, and it's certainly much more doable. But if you guys keep scrolling down, I'm not going to read through all of this because it's for your reference. I've done one. So this is a model of, what I would hope yours looks like. You can see how for the topic, it's literally just stating it. My explanation, okay, nice little 7 to 10 sentence overview. And when you read this, you'll see that it's basically like an intro paragraph. It's essentially what this overview is. I have selected a graph to show you, and I offered an explanation just so that's the context that I was talking about in the directions. For this one, 3 bullet points about how the issue has been addressed. The ACLU is an organization that is involved in this issue. And what resolution would I like to see? I've added that down there in that bottom box. All right, when you are done, you will submit this, that says it on the last paper, to Google Classroom under the title ActivismPlan Part 1. And then I'll eventually return it to you, and you're going to add on to that document, I think, as we continue. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Don't hesitate. Either email me or hop back into the Google Meet, and we can talk about it.